Ladies and gentlemen, I wanted to talk about something that I discovered a few days ago on YouTube. I discovered that YouTube has a channel that lists all of the different types of countdowns for premieres. Do you remember the old one? The old default one that used to just show up all the time? Yeah, don't worry, we're not going to play it for the full 2 minutes duration, ladies and gentlemen, but that was the old YouTube Premiere screen, which has now been replaced with a default, which I... I don't know who designs these things, or if it's a person, or they're just designed by an AI, but they're obviously well, they're obviously designed by a person who's about as insane as I am.
The blood of your reported brain. Feeling of helplessness is your best friend, savage.
Anyway, when I've been scheduling my premieres recently, I've noticed that I've had the option to choose from around about just over a dozen different YouTube Premiere intros for each video. These Premiere Countdown intros only seem to be available on a channel that seems to be made by YouTube, but they're unlisted, only visible through the interface for setting up a Premiere itself, ladies and gentlemen. I've went through them and had a look at them all, and they're all about as mental as a bag full of squirrels, but let's have a look at them anyway and see how we can judge them, ladies and gentlemen. We've already looked at the one entitled Classic, so we're not going to retread the old grounds, so let's just start from the beginning. Let's go in a good old-fashioned alphabetical order, shall we? This one is called Alternative. Aye, that's awful. I would never inflict that one on my audience, ladies and gentlemen. The music isn't even music, it's just noise, and it's just... I mean... I'm wondering if these flashing backgrounds give any form of epilepsy warning before they start flashing away like crazy. Next up, we have Ambient. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, maybe it's a bit too ambient. I want to keep my viewers awake and I want to get them hyped. I don't want to put them to sleep. Next up we have Bright. Well, I quite like the Bright one, ladies and gentlemen. It has the charming zaniness of a Chemical Brothers video, and as for the music, quite upbeat, quite cheery, not like the last few that have been either non-existent or putting you to sleep worthy. Our next one is entitled Calm. Okay, the music in that was anything but calm. Visuals, yeah, nice animation work there, but just not calm. I mean, it's probably not one that would use. That music was really, really off-putting to me. This one could be interesting. Next up we have Cinematic. Now that's more like it, ladies and gentlemen. I can definitely see myself using that one from time to time. That definitely created a suspense. That's definitely a run-up. That's a countdown. That's something that I want before my videos. That's definitely something that I think would add something to the viewing experience when watching a video live as it's premiering, ladies and gentlemen. That one is definitely top notch in my opinion. Let's see how the next one fares. Contemporary. Well, it was graphically nice, I suppose. It's a shame that the beats were not really that great. I see what they were going for, a kind of lo-fi-ish, hippie-hop-ish sort of beat, but in my opinion it just doesn't land. I don't think I'll be using that one anytime soon, ladies and gentlemen. Next up we have Dramatic. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I like this one. This one is definitely a hit, like Cinematic was before it. I think that this is something that I can see myself using before my videos when I do my premiere. I think the music definitely landed for that one, and the actual graphical effects used, that's simple, but nice. I mean, don't have to go over the top, or just go overly mental and wacky with things like they seem to be doing. That works, ladies and gentlemen. Just a simplicity. It works. Next up, we have Funky. And the word funky, just, it worries me as to what YouTube's going to throw at us, ladies and gentlemen.
My name is Prince, and I am funky. My name is Prince, and I am funky.
Anyway, let's find out, shall we? Well, let's be honest, it could have been a lot worse.
My name is Prince. I just want your extra time and your kiss.
I mean, it could have been a lot better, but at least it wasn't like reaching the bottom floor of the worst, but it definitely wasn't reaching a ceiling. It's just everything about that was just average. I wouldn't exactly call it funky. It was just kind of meh. I don't think I'd be using it. It's alright. It's not horrible, but it's not good. Anyway, moving on to Gentle. Okay, that was just cheerfully pleasant. I did like that. The music could have done with a bit more excitement. But all in all, that was rather good. I enjoyed that one. I think that's one that I would consider to be on my short list of intros to use for videos when I'm premiering them, ladies and gentlemen. Next up, we have Happy. And I don't know if YouTube's thought of Happy would align with my own thought of Happy, ladies and gentlemen.
It's vile. I know. It's so bubbly and cloying and happy.
Anyway, let's have a look and find out, shall we? Ladies and gentlemen, that's that's like something you'd see on Nexpo. That's something along the lines of the sort of tapes that someone would make up for an ARG, along the lines of Local 58 or something like that. That's not the sort of thing I would use to hype up my video, unless it was a video about an ARG or something similarly horror related, but I don't view that as Happy. Maybe my mind has been warped through years of ARGs, but that one's a no from me, definitely.
It's insidious.
Next up on the list of craziness is something else. Inspirational, ladies and gentlemen. Bit too artsy for me, but I liked the music though. I mean, I liked the way it got kind of exciting for a little bit during the middle of that segment there, so yeah, it's not really going to be something that I'll use, but it was pleasant enough. It wasn't horrible, but just a bit too artsy video wise, but music wise, yeah, good. Next up we have Kids. Just looked like a pinball machine to me, ladies and gentlemen. The music was meh. The graphics were just like a pinball machine. Nothing of great excitement there. Next up, guess where we're going?
I'm escaping to the one place that hasn't been corrupted by capitalism. Space!
The sci-fi theme. I really like that one. That one's really cool. The music's fine. Could have been better, but the graphics are pretty cool and the music's fine. So I guess that makes it a hit in my book. It would definitely go into the short list of countdowns that I would use for my premieres when I do them, ladies and gentlemen. However, next up, saving the best one until last. Bizarrely, the last one in the alphabetical order, but definitely my favourite one is coming up right now. Sports, ladies and gentlemen. Don't know why, there's just something about that I really like. I think it's the music is just like overly dramatic for no real reason, and just the randomness of the sports. I mean, it's like something out of the Tim and Eric video about sports.
And that's all she wrote.
Anyway, that was a journey through the weird and wonderful world of YouTube countdowns for premieres, ladies and gentlemen. Please let me know what your favourite one was in the description down below, and I might randomly decide to use it. Anyway, welcome to the end screen. I have other videos on my channel. Feel free to go and give them a watch, and maybe subscribe if you feel that my content brings you value, and I'll catch you next time. See ya.